The paper-based agenda, something we've all used in the past, yet it's also something that's slowly becoming extinct in our schools. My name is Edward Lin. September 1st, first day of school. Student gets up, readies himself for the school bus. Then the school bus takes the student into the school. The student happily hops off the school bus and goes into the classroom. In the classroom, there's a teacher waiting for the student. The student sits down, and the teacher hands out the very first book, the paper-based agenda. At least that is traditionally. In Asia, the agenda acts as a very important tool of communication between the teacher, the student, and the parents. Yet with the advent of communication tools such as Line, and the paper-based agenda also slowly being replaced by apps such as I Am School, the cell phone has changed this relationship. Right now, the average age of receiving the first smartphone is 10.3, which is about grade 4 equivalent. Yet, with this cell phone comes a lot of pondering and question. With apps to replace the paper-based agenda, where does that leave the original agenda? Are we going to throw it away now? Traditionally, the paper-based agenda had 3 roles: a checklist of homeworks, a communication line between parents and teachers, and lastly, a chance for the student to practice being responsible for his or her own homework. Yet, the checklists are being replaced by apps such as I Am School. The communication are being replaced by Line, and students no longer write down their homework, whereas the teacher simply puts it out on a website. Right now, in the UK, 70% of school uses iPad or other forms as a learning tool. The paper-based agenda might disappear in the next 5 to 10 years. Yet, is this a full disappearance, such as the extinction of the dinosaurs, or is this simply a transition of the agenda into something?
Parents? Well, there is. Turning digital, one thing is communication is actually more clear, because once you put it on the system, it's there. Students can argue that they have not seen it or they didn't hear about it because it actually is there in front of them. So it makes that clear. On the other hand, though, it also makes the student kind of less responsible as well, because sometimes teachers might say in class they forgot to use ManageBack, and the student will say, hey, it's not ManageBack, therefore it's not due or it's not useful.
I think gradually I would like to see that more. I think it's probably, it's environmentally friendly, and but I think especially for Zach, probably a lot of it is still done paper-based, just because he still needs to learn how to write Chinese characters, and a lot of
you can't give them time a way to practice.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I mean, I've seen people done like kind of a, like the kanji characters, hanfu, where they do it on iPad and follow the strokes, but it's just different, like if you follow the strokes on an iPad versus actually writing it out, it's very different. So, and again, I mean, I'm pretty sure Apple Pen can solve that, but
yes.
But that's quite costly again. So, but I think currently, a lot of the homework is still done paper-based.
I would actually definitely believe it's a trend. We're working toward that. In fact, right now, in our high school, it has mostly disappeared already. So I would imagine in the future, it will be even more so, because the communication line is effective, it's clear, and it's fast. So from running the school point of view, it's actually advantageous. To do that. And paper, it's getting trees and it saves on that, save resources. And so also paper tends to get lost. But digital files can have everything in one place, and so it's easy to manage and organize.
日记这种感觉，
我觉得联络本未来可能会就像您刚刚说的，会比较偏向于日记，因为学生对于 科技的使用其实是非常普遍，而且未来会越来越更方便，所以我相信联络本会慢慢开始变相，或许是日记型的，对。但是我刚刚就突然想到，可能会分年级，毕竟可能小一、小二比较低年级的学生，那老师还是比较倾向让孩子透过书写，他可能写联络本，他可以多认识字。那透过书写可以练习他对字的，他除了认识字外，他可以练习写字。
Based on the interviews, many teachers and parents are jubilant that many things are going digital, especially with their agendas. However, they seem to encourage lower grade students to still write things down physically as a way of practicing their writing. I believe there seems to be an age factor based on the interviews. As students get older, parents and teachers do not need to pay as much attention to whether the students are learning because students become responsible themselves.